I'm Isabelle. I'm director de recherche in the CNRS unit dedicated to research in fundamental biology. And here is Damien and Jenny that are joining our research unit next year. Our unit is welcoming a lot of international researchers. That's why today I'm speaking in English. Our unit is a research unit dedicated to fundamental biology, and we are trying to decipher basic questions in biology in general. Our unit has two main research themes. One is dedicated to cell fate and cell cycle regulation, and the other one is dedicated to metabolism and mitochondria.
The research in my team actually focuses on understanding how cells duplicate or copy their genetic material, how they maintain this genetic material with really high fidelity, how they express it actually, making RNAs and proteins, and then how this actually may be mutated and evolve through time. So the work in my lab, as with Isabelle's lab, uses a model organism. In our case, it's called the fission yeast, Schizosaccharomyces pombe. So S. pombe, it's a eukaryotic organism. It's been used in a variety of really pioneering studies, from cell cycle regulation, as you've heard from Isabelle, to cell morphology, to all different aspects of cell biology and epigenetics. So we're really excited to bring our work to the University of Bordeaux and, of course, to the Oncosphere.
So to investigate these questions, my team is also using a genetic model. So just like Jenny, we are using the fission yeast, S. pombe, which has been a major organism for a number of discoveries in various fields. And what we are trying to do is couple really old school genetics, which remain extremely powerful, with a number of new technologies and a lot of interdisciplinarity. So we use technologies like from microscopy to microfluidics to new approach for experimental evolution. And this way, we really let the cells tell us where to go, let the cells change, adapt to challenging situations, modify their genome, develop new capacities, and we study how this is brought about and how cells manage to cope with challenging environments. My team is actually also really international, and when I will be moving to Bordeaux, for instance, I will be joined by a person from Russia, a person from the UK, a person from Spain, and that for me is really one rich aspect of science and of basic research.
Jenny and Damien are studying cell proliferation. My group is actually studying how cells stop proliferating and enter a state that is called quiescence. In fact, many of our cells in our body are in quiescent states. They are not dividing. And the regulation between the quiescence and proliferation is very important and actually is key to the basic oncogenesis. So the question is how to regulate the transition between quiescence and proliferation.
So at the end of the year, I will be joining the University of Bordeaux on the project Oncosphere. And I think what was really attractive to me in this project is really how fundamental research and more applied research can be coupled and really represent a continuum in the research field. And that is very important for me because it leaves me my freedom of investigation, of asking really basic biological questions, but still be able to discuss my discoveries with medical doctors, with mathematicians and physicists, and this will have a lot of interaction, and I think it's a really rich environment. And in addition, I've been involved over the last few years in developing a number of new technologies, and there is actually a very strong network at the University of Bordeaux applying these technologies, and I think I will really contribute to this network, both in terms of microfluidics, synthetic biology, but also benefit from all the local expertise. And that, I think, is really good for my team. I hope it's going to be good for the environment. I'm sure that members of my group will really enjoy moving to Bordeaux.
So having the opportunity to join the Oncosphere is a really, really exciting project for my team. And the reason is because this is a really multidisciplinary project actually with all different actors in the Nouvelle-Aquitaine region. And so we're talking about not only biologists, but also fundamental biologists, but also more applied biologists, clinicians, but also really exciting for the work in my lab, chemists and physicists, and also mathematics and informaticians. So this grouping is really original, and I think this is something that will bring a lot to the research to my team. And of course, I hope to bring our expertise and our experiences and our knowledge to the work in the Oncosphere.